Well, hello there, tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and today we're going to be looking at this weird looking tank, the Mutant. Now, this tank is available in the store right now for about $27 Canadian, so whatever that is in American, I'm guessing like $24. You can pick this tank up, and I would recommend if you are going to buy this tank, don't buy like the solo edition of it, like buy it with the battle pass because it's the same price. So when the battle pass does in fact come out, which I'm surprised it didn't actually come out today, but whenever it does, you'll be able to get the battle pass as well, which will have some extra rewards in it. In terms of the rest of the event here, you can see there's a free-to-play event, and you can get a couple of cool camos, an avatar, a profile background, and a garage gear, which looks interesting to say the least. Look at this. It just pops out of the sewer just like so, and it looks lovely. Anyways, all you have to do to complete this event is really you just have to get wins, and you're chilling. So that's not what we're here to talk about, however. So let's get into the tank. So this tank, I did play a couple of games in it just to see how it did play, and it's interesting to say the least. I don't really know how to describe it. I was expecting this thing to be like a T49 or like a Sheridan at tier 7, but it's really not, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But first, taking a look at the tank's stats, starting off with the gun, deals 470 damage on the standard shells, 400 on the premium, and 580 on the HE, which is very nice. So if you do hit your shells, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. As for the penetration, it's pretty tragic. It only has 155 millimeters of standard, 216 on the premium, and 51 on the HE. So yeah, that pen is nothing special, and I am using calibrated. So 216 premium pen, while using calibrated, that's pretty bad. And you're going to find that a lot of tanks are going to be annoying to deal with front on. So, in terms of the gun depression, it's also very mid. 6 degrees on this tank is not fun to deal with whatsoever because of how tall this tank is. For what it is, it's hard to actually get your gun down enough sometimes to hit your opponents to begin with. So 6 degrees is very limiting, and it means that this tank is not all that flexible. In terms of the aim time and dispersion, the aim time is 4.4 seconds, and the dispersion is 0.380. So yeah, that's also pretty mid. But that part of this tank does make sense because it does have a lot of alpha damage, so having a derpy gun in terms of its accuracy makes sense. Now, in terms of the DPM, 1700 is nothing crazy, and again, because of the cannon this tank carries, it kind of makes sense that this thing has low DPM and high alpha. I am using calibrated, but even if you are to use rammer, like that DPM is not going to go up by much. Like there's really no point in using gun rammer on this tank because the pen is so bad and your reload is already so long. Anyways, let's talk about the mobility. This tank goes 47 forward and 18 in reverse, so that reverse speed is very nice. But the forward speed and the rest of the mobility on this tank is actually really bad for a tier 7 medium. Like, it is very slow. It definitely makes sense because this tank is supposed to look like a turtle, I guess. So, I mean, it definitely goes about the same speed as a turtle in real life. It's pretty awful, and the only good thing, is, of course, is the reverse speed of 18. That allows you to at least back up if you are over-aggressing in a situation, so that's good. But yeah, the power to weight is awful for a medium tank, and so is that traverse speed. Actually, the traverse speed's okay. But yeah, the mobility is pretty garbage on this thing for a medium tank. I was really expecting this to go like light tank speed and for it to have like no armor, but this tank actually has more armor than I was expecting. So it does have kind of a troll upper plate here, and it does have a troll turret as well. So definitely more armor than something like the T49, and you won't be able to spam this thing with HE as much as the T49, which is actually quite nice. And it means you don't have to worry about tanks like, you know, smashers hitting you for 1,000. But you still do have to be careful in this tank because although the armor is troll, it's nothing to rely on. So let's get into some live games and see how I can perform in this tank. So at least from the 2 games that I played previously, just to warm up in this thing, from what I've noticed, the accuracy is pretty awful. Which makes sense. And of course, like I said, the mobility is also pretty bad. And the mobility part of this tank is actually really annoying. I wish this tank went faster because it is, of course, a medium tank. And what do you want to do in a medium tank? Well, of course, you want to flank your opponents. And doing that in this tank is, it's going to be a bit challenging, I will say. However, going up against tier 6s in this tank is pretty fun because if you can get to the rear of some tier 6s, you can start HEing them for 580 damage, which is excellent. So, we are on New Bay, of course, and what I'm going to do is I will head towards the bridge because I'm assuming that's where most of my team is going to go. So, luckily, we do have our VK giving us a speed boost. Oh, yeah, look at that. 50 in... That's crazy, bro. We're going 50 forward. Wow. Impressive. It's just so weird seeing a T-49-like tank go this slow. Like, bro, I'm going 26 up this hill. Like, what is this? Actually awful. Anyways, we'll see what we can do. I don't know if I'll be able to spot anyone. Ooh, we do spot this guy right here. And... Bruh. First shot of the game is a full health ammo rack. Okay, well, guys, that's my RNG used up for the entire rest of this video. And you can see that that player is not very happy at all. So let's see if I can at least get a shell into this silencer. I don't know if he's going to poke me again. But, I don't know. That guy's still yapping on about getting ammo racked, so that's cool. Anyways, see what we can do. I'm going to move to the right-hand side of this area here. And I'm assuming the silencer is going to hit me at least once. Yeah, there he is. And, yeah, you can see the gun depression on this tank is really bad. Like, bro, we can't even get our gun down enough to hit that AC. Absolutely awful stuff right there. But not much I can do about it. So, I'm going to hopefully not get shot at by this silencer again. There we go. Do avoid him, and I am going to go and see if I can HE, or not HE, but hit the back of this Pharaoh here. Unfortunately, he pulls forward, but I might be able to get a shot if he keeps pushing. Let's see if he does. There we go. And wow, the pen is bad on this tank. Yeah. Aren't even able to pen the Pharaoh anywhere, basically, which is impressive stuff right there. So, let's see here. He does, in fact, miss one of his shells on me. And I'm going to try and get into a more safe position, but you can see the armor on this turret is quite troll. He wasn't able to pen us there with one of his shells. However, we do have a VK on our rear, which I unfortunately get hit by for 220, which is very sucky indeed. However, hopefully their silencer uses up both his shells. Yes, 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 yes. Come here, silencer. How are you doing? Hopefully I can kill him. Unfortunately, it doesn't high roll and kill him, but oh well. It is what it is. He's on 16 health, and that is fine with me. So, now, let's see if I can at least get a shell into this Pharaoh, because he's really the only one who has HP left. I'm hoping he pushes into the open, so I don't have to make an aggressive move onto him. But it doesn't look like he's doing that. So, wait. Yes, yes, yes. I don't even care if I die, honestly. That was worth it. We did okay. I mean, that ammo rack at the beginning literally carried my damage this battle. And in a tank like this that has no DPM, I don't expect to do anything crazy in tier 7 in terms of damage. So yeah, I mean, we did win. That's good. And my gun didn't really troll me for the most part. So that's also good. And you can see there, like, things like the mobility on this tank are really, like, you can see how slow it was. But we deal 2,400 damage, technically minus 950, because of that ammo rack. I don't count that as damage, really, because, like, bruh, that was just luck. Anyways, let's get into game number 2 and see if we can keep this up. Hopefully we can win all our games that we're going to play in this tank, but you never know. So, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so first impressions of this tank are it is very slow, very inaccurate, and its armor is somewhat troll, so that's kind of interesting. So it's a very weird tank, actually, and it makes it interesting to play, but I don't think it's something I'm going to keep playing, like, after this video. Some tier 7s are interesting enough to where I will keep playing them sometimes from time to time, after I make a video on them or whatever, but this one is not going to be one of those. It's cool because it's only going to be released once, since it's part of this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event, obviously. So yeah, I believe it'll only be out this one time, and it won't be released ever again. So get your hands on it if you do want it now, because it won't be out again, as far as I know. So let's get into game number 2 on Dynasty here. We'll see what we can do. We're top tier again, and there is an enemy mutant on their team as well. So we'll see who is the better mutant driver. Oh yes. And they also have a bunch of interesting tier 6s like that KV2 who can pretty much nuke me for a lot of damage. So considering this thing has like no HP, 1200 is not all that much. So yeah, a tank like that KV2 can literally take off half my health in one shot. So I have to be careful when I'm playing this tank. And I recommend you guys play this thing more so passive because, of course, the mobility means you can't exactly run away all that quickly. So if medium tanks do rush you, you're kind of screwed, I'm not going to lie. But anyways, let's go mid and see what I can spot. I'm assuming their team is going to go to the right over there. But, yeah, there they are. Dicker Max does, in fact, bounce me, and unfortunately, I miss him back. So, yeah, kind of a negative trade right there because I do get shot at by the BZ. So, I will make my way over this way towards the left here. And our whole team's doing basically the same thing. So, you know what? We'll see if I can spot anything that crosses, potentially. I don't know if they're going to cross this opening here, but if they do... Ooh, wait a minute. What the KV2 doing? What is bro doing? Kind of was hoping that guy was going to, like, peek, but doesn't seem like he's going to. So at this point, I'm not going to be the one to, like, YOLO anywhere anytime soon. I'm going to wait for their team to kind of make the first move. And you can see there, oof, we do get a fire on that MT25. And yeah, he's not doing too well. We just took off half of his health with a single shot. So at least against tier 6s, this tank is pretty deadly. Against tier 8s, this is, like I said, probably not going to be very good. Simply because you don't have pen. Like, you need pen against tier 8 tanks. And you're really going to struggle in this thing to pen your shells. Let's see if the Jackson is actually going to peek that. Oof, 475 roll right into that Jackson. And yeah, he's at 25 health because our KV2 also hit him. However, our KV2 is also dead. But look at our team capping the base. What a bunch of gamers. So what I'm going to do in that case is I guess I will try and... well, I'll try and kill this MT25 if he does poke me. Don't know what bro is doing. Maybe he doesn't know the alpha damage on this tank, or maybe he just was not using his brain. Who knows? But anyways, let's see if I can get a shell into this Chaffee here in just a second. Let's load up our HE. And oh my gosh, max roll 725 roll into the Chaffee, bringing him down to 21 health. Now, unfortunately for us, this tank is not very good at clearing targets because I don't really want to use my high alpha damage to, like, do 29 damage. But considering no one else is over here, I guess I will do that. So Jackson is now taken out, and all that's left is this BZ who has health, and obviously the Chaffee who has like 21 health. So I'm not really going to care about that Chaffee at the moment. I'm going to go for the damage, and let's see if I can at least pen this guy inside. Oh yeah, 429 roll right into his side, and now it's basically over. I don't know where the Chaffee ran to, but if I had to guess, he's already on medium side. So I'm going to head towards mid, and I'll see if I can even spot him out. Not that it matters, though, because he's at 21 health, like I said. So if I don't kill him, I don't really care. Whatever. We'll see if I can spot him, though. Come here, Chaffee. Where are you at? Oh, boy. Oh, there he is. All right, let's use our crazy slow mobility to try and chase this guy down. Oh, yeah, Chaffee. Yeah, look at your fast mobility. You got nothing on me. And he does get picked off by our Junu. So there we go. Another solid game. That time we didn't get any ammo rack damage, so that was all genuine damage that we got out. So dealing 2,500 genuine damage is not terrible in this vehicle. And yeah, pretty solid game. Wow, we actually did a lot more than the rest of our team. So pretty cool in terms of that game right there. And let's do one more battle. So yeah, I mean, it is a fun tank when it does work. I haven't played against tier 8s yet, though, so I will probably judge it right now and say that it will not be fun to use against tier 8s. But against tier 6s, it's actually a pretty enjoyable tank, even with its huge downsides like lack of gun depression, lack of mobility, lack of accuracy, lack of DPM. Yeah, it has quite a few downsides to it. But it is a tier 7 after all, and it's more so a meme tank than anything else. It's kind of just a fun event tank that yeah, that I appreciate this this kind of collaboration, because I think it's pretty cool that Wargaming is collaborating with other brands like Dune and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and who knows what they're going to do next. Like, they have so many possibilities now with what they could do next in terms of collaborating with other producers or whatever they're called. Anyways, we're going to make our way towards the medium side hill on Castilla. And you can see here, I am going at turtle speed up this hill at 20. You see that, right? 19, 16, 15, 14. Bro, this thing is so slow. Oh my god, dude. Let's see if I can get a shell into the enemy mutant here. And you can see the turret armor on that thing is actually really troll. And actually kind of hard to deal with when you are in a mutant going up against an enemy mutant. Like, the pen on this thing is pretty bad. So it's actually quite hard to pen enemy mutants. But you can see there, kind of troll armor. I don't know why its turret is so red, but, you know, whatever. We'll see if I can get a shell into the Chiri down below. He is going to cap the base, which is fine. And yeah, you can see the gun depression is not very good. And we barely have enough gun depression to shoot at the base there. But let's see if I can get a shell into the mutant. Unfortunately, oh my god, second ammo rack of the video. MT25 gets full health racked. Interesting stuff right there. And the mutant is, he's in a pretty bad spot right now. He has me on his side, and he has, oh boy, I just realized there's a bulldog, probably, yeah, there he is. Okay, let's see if I can get the HE into him. Oh yeah, 561 HE right into that bulldog. That was very nice. And I do back up in time so the mutant cannot shoot me. He does get, like, literally destroyed by our teammate there. So he's only on 57 health, and now he's just dead. So there you go. Mutant is now gone. And I do see the Chiri off to our rear, so I am going to try to hit him. Unfortunately for me, my gun depression is actually awful, so we're just barely able to hit that. And bro, the traverse speed is literally screwing me over. I can't traverse fast enough to get out of that situation. Very interesting indeed. And yeah, we are on 190 health right now, simply because I could not traverse my tank fast enough to get it out of that situation. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That was very sad. However, now that I am unspotted, I might try and poke this Blaze if he shoots. If he shoots, I'll poke him. But we'll see. Actually, you know what? I might just take a gamble here and bonk. Unfortunately, I was expecting that HE to pen his side, but I just realized you can't pen the side of that thing with HE in this tank. Unless it's flat on. So we didn't actually do much damage, but that's okay. You do see the Smasher is playing like a tank destroyer over there, which is interesting stuff. And I'm hopefully going to get a shell into him if he gets spotted again. But I'm not going to be the one to spot him because I don't have the health for it. So we'll see what we can do. I'm kind of hoping the Gravedigger spots the Smasher. Ooh, 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 there he is, there he is, there he is. Bruh, that shell just misses him, or, well, it doesn't miss, but it doesn't pen him. So, that sucks, but he is still full health, and he does shoot. So I do have a little bit of time before he does reload his shell to try and get a shell into him. So we'll see. See if I can do that. Come here, Smasher. Stop running away. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come here, Smasher. Where are you going? Where are you going, little bro? There we go. Nice 490 shell into the Smasher. And, I feel like I out-reload him. Not 100% sure. Oh, now I definitely don't out-reload him. Okay, well, in that case, I will just hide behind this building here and see if I can bait a shell from him. And he's going to pull around the corner here, I guess. So, bonk. Goodbye, Smasher. There you go. That is the third and final game in the Mutant. So all three games were fairly decent. This last game we didn't do as much damage, but still do 2,000 damage, which is okay for a tier 7. And of course, getting the victory is the most important part, which we of course do. So there you go. Is it worth buying? That's up to you, because it is a one-time limited edition tank in a way. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, that's how this event's going to work. It's like the Dune event where that tank was only going to be released once. So if you do want this tank, then, I mean, I guess it's a decent purchase because it does come with a battle pass. Don't buy the tank by itself. Don't buy this. Like, why would you ever buy this tank? it doesn't even come with the battle pass, and it's the same price as the one that has the battle pass included. So if you are going to buy this tank, buy the one that has the battle pass in it, so then you will get more rewards in the future when it does come out. I'm assuming the battle pass should be out in a couple of days, right? I don't know. But anyways, very weird tank. Has a very interesting playstyle, but it's not anything crazy. It's not like an Annihilator or a Smasher that's going to break tier 7. This is just an average tier 7, very, very slow in terms of mediums, and it's pretty fun when it does work, though. So, with that, if any of you guys out there are not yet subscribed to the channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a great way to support the content I make, as well as stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.